It's go time! Welcome back to Ultimate Driving today, and we're in rank 111 over here, and I got over 2 million credits in cash. So, we're gonna be jumping down and buy a little bit of one thing for very surprise, and I guess that police car is pretty something is gonna be still here, so probably I should be able to buy something for 1.7 million credits car as well. So probably still hearing on sirens, or probably this is ridiculously loud as not really hell as well. So probably we're gonna be going down to Swedish, or probably that doesn't gonna be making any time as well. So I suggest I'm going to be giving myself for a first Koenigsegg. Now I still hear some sirens over here, and probably that I just recently don't like for just about here. So we're gonna be purchasing here, and we're going on it. So the acceleration of the vehicle does sound pretty smooth over here. So I guess I got last $500,000 overall. So probably we got police cars, everything. I think this is going to be something that's going to be literally apprehended around for some kind of suspects over here. So I just bought a Koenigsegg immediately over here, and it weighs at about for 255 miles per hour. Then the phase 2, we should be able to get all the way around here. So some kind of tuner cars, you just distracting for some kind of a little bit annoying for this one. And then probably the phase 2, we're gonna be unlocking for the SSC Ultimate Aero. And the next one I should be able to buy for some kind of vehicles as well. The next one is I'm going to be buying for the paid edition. Still hearing some police cars out here, and probably we're going to be doing for some kind of American, or probably we should be able to find the price. I have nothing that we're going to be worried everything as well. So probably I hear the siren stop. Still hearing this, I'm probably going into the left. Now the next thing, let's just probably buy the paid edition, which is cost $2.99. Next one is going to be the UD editions, and the Japanese isn't going to be something is literally that I just really saw. So I just found a Japanese, and I'm not very sure. We're gonna be finding the Evolution 5, and it's gotten removed in the game as well. So probably we never find the Mitsubishi Evolution 5 around here for this Y. So that must be for the Evolution 9. I cannot believe that where we find here. So return into the American and buy the paid edition instead of the Tesla Roadster in about 250 miles per hour. So this is not my plan. This is going to be something is a little bit, it's never able to be gone too far. Instead of electric cars as well, we're gonna be buying one thing. Let's purchase immediately, and it's an electric car that the first time bought an electric car as literally finally I should be able to recharge the vehicle. I think we're going to be in 200 miles per hour, and also $204,000 or probably credits in cash. I think the police car just pretty left all the way. So we cannot upgrade with our engines, and the tires should be gonna be street racing mode. And I'm never gonna be probably sure that we're turning into some kind of a little bit for modifications around here. So as you might see, I'll be upgrading into the race mode, I guess. This isn't gonna be very fun to do so, because looks like we have changed into some kind of a high performance vehicle style. And most of all, I'm staying in stock. I hear police cars out here once again. Unfortunately, this is not going to be very interested Now, next intermission. Now, we're gonna be saying for our first 2,000 miles we have ever driven. Now, even it's not gonna be recently driving into the paid edition, now we can't upgrade our vehicles itself anytime. So, hopefully we're gonna be that the police cars were moving it out of here. Once I favorite these two, must be the server age, where you might be able to play on time, and this is the credit store. When I just remember back in the day, before I just buy some more credits in order to buy any kinds of cars as well. So we just literally gonna be using everything for many like this one. So probably the server isn't going to be so clean. It's about to get dirty itself. Let's jump out of the vehicle, and I'm not very sure this isn't gonna be literally good as well. And also, let's see in my garage. As you can see, this is the Chevy Camaro 2014, or probably this isn't going to be gone too long as well. But turns out, it's started to get a little bit modifiable. So, unlikely, we're going to be changing it back for these old kinds of versions in Ultimate Driving. So, where's our populator like these things? I think he or she just stayed a little bit long. So, as you can see, the stock, it's probably still going to be very madness as well. So, I just eventually use these, and I should be able to get out of my hand immediately as fast. The downtown dash is currently racing, and we're gonna be getting all the way inside of this one. So we're gonna be headed back into Welcome to Westover, and as you can see, for the McLaren MP4 12Cs, I forgot the engine upgrades into 194 miles per hour, and this isn't pretty enough, and it isn't gonna be literally as well. So they have invited me, and the police car is staying inside for just whatsoever. So I cannot believe we're going to be going for 2,000 miles ever to be driven. Now, let's be sure, we're going to be trying to change the server immediately. Before that doesn't matter, to get things very sure I'm not going to be quietly so good anytime as well. So, look at the rims that I just changed it already, or modifications already for, like, I guess. So that sounds like an Acura NSX being caught speeding as well. So we're gonna be headed all the way back into, I think the police had just gone all the way off out here. So the police car went away, and let's see for the engine upgrades. 15,194 miles per hour, and we'll think this isn't going to be such as well. Now somebody is currently racing as well. Now looks like I can burn out for some kind of one reason. Even for the first night, I have to change server immediately, and I really think this is gonna be gone so much madness overall. Once I just managedly joined into the random server, I'm actually pretty some kind of upset with that language. Right? Even it's not gonna be very wrong. If I'm just gonna be feeling pretty so wrong, I'm just gonna be burning out for this first, and probably we're gonna be doing for some kind of race competition, or probably this isn't literally very sure. We're gonna be doing for starting street races. So, but the first 2,000 miles by using for the Koenigsegg as well. Now probably in our paid edition. So literally I'm gonna be doing for starting all the way, as we never able to be seeing about for this thing. Now the first 2,000 miles isn't literally very sure. Now we're gonna be start racing invitations in about for the year. Now we got one driver. Now let's gonna be race everyone to try to invite anything as well. So if some kind of random things have just shown, Looks like our race competition is going to be literally start. But our first 2,000 miles that I just officially upgraded for the Chevy Camaro. Now, probably we turn on the headlights on, and probably Ken Allard has going to be decided to join into the interstate sprint. I'm not very sure that I'm going to be using for the Enzo Ferrari. I'm pretty not sure that they accidentally joined the race immediately, and I'm not very sure that we're going to be going for a South Beach sprint as well. So, looks like I'm at $190,000 even longer at about here. So, eventually, I wasn't able to get around for a top speed, I guess. Now, our next race before this, or probably the race is starting, is immediately going to be going over one cost. Now, I won't be able to get for a competition starting because it feels it's going to be pretty worth it as well. Before I can jump into this vehicle, maybe I'll be invited for anything as well. Nobody wants to start. There must be something a little bit for just this one. It was a various prank. Now, looks like everybody doesn't like to race with me, so probably that I just literally, what is absolutely pretty weird about. Now I'm immediately started to get around here before this is literally going to be getting worse, and then it's been left anything as well. Wait, so how did you get there over here that you came from? Maybe we start the race. As you can see, the handling isn't probably some kind of good, alright. It's probably still good, even good handling on top speed corners. Even for our first 2,000 miles well actually driven anyways. Some kind of Stevie headlights face is going to be catching up to me. Probably the MP412C, literally, who tries to catch up with me until it's going to be DNF. So probably the top speed is literally going to be not very sure. It feels something is not smooth and about for a transmission. Now looks like, unfortunately, this is probably, it's going to be ruining our life for just as well. So I'm not very sure. Now into our 6th gear. This is probably is going to be for our worst things. I just literally saw the Chevy Camaro, and probably that heads to start police chase overall. Now, as you can see, for some kind of a fuel like these things as well, now the fuel is going to be dropped so long, or probably the miles per gallon isn't going to be very so right. Now race cars won't be able to tick for so long, even for our 300 miles per hour cars. Now let's just blast around for Nitrox. 255 miles per hour. Finally, this is a perfect speed, and about for just in probably for one use. So I'm literally feeling okay in about for this situation, and we're gonna be seeing for our jumping all the way out here. 13 seconds anything as well. 2001 to 2002 miles driven. I'm probably started to be so happy in the back for this one, and finally we just eventually gain up to 210,000 credits. We got absolutely one over here. So before we're going to be end of this video, I'm going to be using for the Tesla paid edition we just eventually use. Now the next one will be in for the downtown dash. I'm going to be using the Tesla Model S. I'm probably not sure. The Lamborghini Gallardo versus Tesla Model S. I'm not very sure. This is absolutely going to be very hated, as once again, this is even more horrifying. Whatever, it is not going to be making for very much sense. Let's turn on the headlights on immediately, and before that doesn't going to be using for the manual transmission. Alright, this is absolutely going to be 15 minutes of today's video. He's got a wall ride, and probably, I'm never very sure, it gotten for the worst handling. I'm not very sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be using for, I think, some kind of music is just before. I'll be skipping around for this. It's too quiet. This car is too quiet or anything. Or probably this isn't literally gonna be making any sense. This Legal Pro has won for some kind of 1 minute and 46 seconds. Finishing second place in 2 minutes and 5. I think this is the baddest idea that we ever was, that I just hated to see around here. Well, I'm gonna be using a Koenigsegg. I'm gonna be dominating for this thing as well, so I'm not very sure. He has fully maximized the upgrades, and the downtown dash has been failed, because I suggest I'm going to be beating this guy for only one reason. The crowds go raw, and perhaps only one thing: I have to beat this thing. Let's just get revenge with the Koenigsegg, I guess. Now blast all the way, and his acceleration is extremely fast, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting revenge onto him. And I'm not very sure he's so extreme pro in about for many more reasons. Oh dear, we just eventually lost our minds. Now the Mustang is slightly left. Now because I have bad luck after this man is gonna be taking my pole position back. Now I'm gonna be giving myself a pole position back, and then finally Monster Speeder has came back into the lead. Now looks like I won't be able to get around here for many more reasons. Now looks like the Koenigsegg CCX isn't literally fast as possible. But how top speed is literally this? We're gonna be seeing for some kind of a speedometer as well. That guy has the DNF. Now looks like he's gonna be losing our speeds. Now we're just blasting all the way to 255 miles an hour, because all the high-speed corners struggled to be bad as well. Now I should be able to cut that corner. Now it's absolutely pretty smooth, but turns out it's unable to be smooth as well. And because it's still smooth, now looks like I should be able to be blasted all the way to 255 miles per hour. Right back then, this isn't gonna be literally try to do so. Even our first 2,000 miles, and I just gonna be making with absolutely I'm further with notice. This is nothing that I just literally try to guess. The crowds go roar, and I just feel it's very complicated. I feel so failed. Now we're blasting all the way into 255 miles per hour. I really don't think this guy is over 255 miles an hour. I feel something is literally bad luck overall. Now we're gonna be full straight. Oh no! I just literally did a worst mistake. Back into this corner, I just literally failed. 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Oh dear, this is terrifying. Very terrifying as hell. I think we're absolutely the end of this video. If you enjoy for our first 2,000 miles, leave a like and subscribe and click the bell. I feel so strange to face things even more worse. Unfortunately, we just about to feel such as failure. So I may be very sure I have to upgrade this vehicle into 300 mile per hour mayhem. I slightly wanted to do. We need something a little bit fast and very interesting about for this car. So probably our next phase we're going to do was actually we needed to buy for some kind of literally perfect reference as well. The SSC Ultimate Aero. Thanks for watching and for all your support, as probably this is horrifying bad as well. The Lamborghini Gallardo takes advantage. Unfortunately, we're going to be end of this video right now because it's actually over 15 minutes. I'll be signing off, and then I'll talk to you street racing geeks, and mini lads all later.